If you want to change your life, you have to conquer your mind. You can't let it haunt you with these negative thoughts or past stories and experiences. Because if you can't control your mind, you're done for. You're going to find that your days, they're just filled with debilitating anxiety and self-doubt, crippling depression, being zapped of all your energy and vitality, and worst of all, just battling this uncontrollable procrastination that crushes your self-confidence. In fact, you may already be experiencing this yourself. Maybe you have these just grandeur visions of a successful career that overwhelms you with joy and fulfillment. Yet that grand vision, it just remains a figment of your imagination. As you find yourself starting off the day, just dreading the day, hitting the snooze button 2 or 3 times before going on autopilot mode, hoping to numb the feelings of underachievement. Where deep down, you can feel this desire buried deep inside of you to accomplish more in every bone of your body. But by the time you get done with an exhausting day at work or school, you have to go home and finish all these tedious chores. It's almost like you have no you time. Because by the time you finish those chores, guess what? You gotta recharge for the next day, which is exactly the same days you just had. And I'm willing to bet that if you know about this story or if any of this resonates with you, you've probably tried your best to have a fresh start at life. But no matter what, you fall back into those same patterns of self-doubt and procrastination, as if the world's working against you. And that's when you get this gut-wrenching feeling that you could be doing so much more in life. You could be so much further in life. And it consumes you as you feel your potential sleeping away more and more every passing second. If you know what I'm talking about, don't worry though, because escaping this place, it's actually simple. In fact, it may be easier than you think. You just need to start forming the right mental habits in your life, or what we call acquire the mind of a conqueror. You see, I was once in a spot similar to yours, but significantly worse. You see, when I was 21 years old, I was stabbed in the throat, arm, and chest with a chef knife while at a movie theater. I was left on the floor to die. But instead, I woke up 7 days later from an induced coma, and I was living off tubes. Literally, if you unplugged those tubes, you unplugged my life. And while I was grateful to be alive, it felt like I lost all sense of who I was. I didn't recognize myself anymore. I was consumed by negative thoughts, self-doubt, anxiety, and procrastination whenever I wanted to get my life together. And not only was I broken mentally, it was like physically, I was exhausted. In fact, I remember I'd be eating a meal, and halfway through that meal, I would literally have to nap because I was so tired. Getting up to go to the bathroom, it felt like running a marathon. And when I was in this place, I found it hard to be happy or to joke with my friends because I was always wrapped up in my own problems. Ultimately, I felt like a lesser version of myself, a version where I was weak and powerless, a version of myself where I wasn't confident, I didn't have any belief in myself. Ultimately, I was stuck and limited. Now, when I was in this place, I was left asking myself, am I ever going to get back to a normal state where I feel good about myself or can even function like a normal human being? Or am I destined for a life of mediocrity where my potential, it rots away with my ambitions? Now, I spent the next few weeks contemplating these questions, and ultimately, I wasn't going to go down like this, or that's what I decided at least. So I started studying brain science and transformational psychology to unlock the secrets of our brain that enable us to permanently erase all fear, negative thoughts, and self-doubt. And what I discovered was far more powerful than I ever could have imagined. Every day I woke up, I was more happy, more confident, and more capable than the day before. Instead of dreading the day, I tackled it head on. Instead of being scared of being rejected by women, I simply went after them. But more importantly, this newly found confidence in myself, it enabled me to go after my ambitions in life. And look, fast forward 4 years, and here I am in front of you in this exact moment, running a business around my passion to build men like you into conquerors who take what they want in life. And it all started because I acquired the mind of a conqueror. And this is why I know that as long as you still have that burning desire deep inside of you to improve yourself, you are capable of becoming more powerful than you can imagine. Because look, the reality is, I was in a much worse place than you are right now. Or at least, most likely am. I don't know your full situation, but if you were worse off than how I was when I was on the brink of death, oh man, that's gonna be a tough one. But even in that situation, you can still become more powerful. You can still improve yourself. Because I escaped living in that dark place, and now I'm living my dream life. But I want to leave you here with some actionable tips. So I'm going to let you in on one of the key secrets of acquiring the mind of a conqueror. And if you correctly implement this to your life, you're going to find yourself in a fun-loving attitude where, again, you can joke with your friends, your family, or the girl that you have a crush on. So you're probably wondering, well, okay, what is this key secret? And it is being conscious of your thoughts. Now, the reason why this is so powerful is because your thoughts, they have a direct correlation on your mood. I mean, have you ever noticed that when you think of memories that you're fond of, you start to feel happy? Or when you think of memories that you're not fond of, like a time that you said something embarrassing or failed a test, you start to feel sad. If you've never noticed that, then what I want you to do is pause this video and test it out. Think of a time when you won a sports game, you aced a test, or you excelled in any area of your life. And you'll quickly find that your mood elevates. Now, the mistake that most people make is that they aren't conscious of their thoughts, and their mind, it's actually roaming on autopilot mode, which results in them thinking about a lot of negative things. And thus, their mood gets dampened, where it's hard for them just to be happy. But what conquerors do is they're first of all conscious of their thoughts, and whenever they get a negative one, they replace it with 2 positive ones. And what this is really doing is it's telling your brain that whenever you think negatively, you're going to think twice as positively. But again, the main focus here is that you have to be conscious of your thoughts. Because if you aren't, well, how are you going to replace the negative ones if you don't even know you have negative ones, right? So I challenge you to apply this key secret for all of today and tomorrow, and notice how much happier you are. But again, you have to be very conscious of this. And a lot of people, they kind of go good with it for a few hours, then forget. So what I personally do is I set an alarm every 3 hours that says be conscious of your thoughts. So when you hear that, it just gives you a fresh reminder. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I have a big request to ask you. Can you please like this video and subscribe to our channel? As I mentioned earlier, my entire purpose in life is to help men like you become conquerors. And when you like and subscribe, it helps us reach more people so that we can improve their lives. And also, I want to hear from you. What's one of your biggest goals in life? Or one of your biggest struggles that you've been facing? Let me know in the comments below, because when I hear about your goals or something you're struggling with, I can put out content to help you overcome those struggles or help you get to your goals. And I'll see you in the next video.